Hey guys, Chef Billy Parisi here. Thanks so much for checking out my channel. I'm going to show you how to make a really tasty lemon and herb flattened chicken with a winter panzanella salad recipe. The first thing we're going to do is make the salad recipe because we can chill it while everything cooks. We've got some sweet potatoes that are skin on, all the fibers in that skin, so go ahead and keep it on there. You want to lay it out on a sheet tray lined with parchment paper, and then we're going to quarter up some Brussels sprouts. You can absolutely cut these in half and roast them as is. I'm just trying to do them a little bit smaller because I'm eating a salad, so want some more bite-sized, easy things to eat. We are also going to lay that right out on the sheet tray with the sweet potatoes, sort of spread them out a little bit. And then we are going to cut up some beets. We've got some golden beets here first. We want to cut off the ends, and then we're gonna quarter it. And I'm also gonna leave the skin on here, just like sweet potatoes. They've got a ton of fiber in the skin. Just be sure to wash them really, really well because obviously they grow in the dirt. We're going to thinly slice these as well, kind of like little beet chips, if you will. We're gonna lay that on a sheet tray lined with parchment paper, and then we've got some red beets. And I'm gonna swap out cutting boards. I've got a darker cutting board here. We're gonna cut the ends off of the beets, and just like the golden beet, we're going to quarter it and then thinly slice it. You'll see why I used a darker cutting board, because the beet starts to bleed and then you have big red spots all over your board, and my other board's kind of light colored, so this would really discolor it. We're going to lay that on the sheet tray with the golden beets, and the next thing we want to do is drizzle on a little bit of olive oil. This is going to sort of help brown all of our vegetables up while they're in the oven. And of course, season with kosher salt and fresh cracked black pepper. We're gonna go right over to the oven. It's at 375 degrees. It's going to take in between 15 and 20 minutes to cook. And while those are cooking, this is a great time to sort of toast up our bread. Panzanella salad in Italy was the kind of using all of everything that's left over. So if you had leftover crusty bread, this was a perfect opportunity to take it and put it in a salad. While this bread isn't leftover and crusty, it's new. I'm still going to show you kind of the same technique to do here. So we want to cube it into 1-inch squares. This is a nice French loaf of bread. We're going to cook it so it's toasty on the outside, but still soft on the inside. That's the goal. We don't want croutons. We want it to be soft. So go ahead and add the bread to a sheet tray lined with parchment paper. And in addition to the French loaf, I had a multi-grain loaf laying around. We're gonna do the exact same process as we did with that French loaf. We're gonna take a few slices, and then we wanna cut it across the grain, if you will, to make 1-inch cubes. This is going to help it cook quickly, but also, again, to have bite-sized pieces. We don't want huge chunks of bread in there with our salad. We want it to be easy to eat. So also be sure to use a serrated knife. It cuts bread much easier. Place them along with the French loaf on that same sheet tray lined with parchment paper. We're gonna drizzle on some olive oil. This will help toast out that outside edge of our bread. And we're also gonna season it with kosher salt and fresh cracked black pepper. This is perfect timing because our root vegetables should be just about finished. So we're literally going to swap out the other sheet trays for this sheet tray at 375 degrees. It's literally only gonna take in between 8 and 10 minutes. We want it to be crusty on the outside, but soft on the inside. So be mindful there. We're gonna take our root vegetables and we're just gonna set them in a little container so we can chill them in the refrigerator. You will notice I use separated with a little piece of parchment between the beets and the other vegetables so they don't bleed into one another. Go ahead and let those cool in the refrigerator. We're going to come back and make our salad dressing for the salad. Since it's perfect timing, it only takes a few minutes. We're gonna add some mayonnaise to a bowl, followed up with some white balsamic vinegar. This has wonderful, wonderful flavor. You may not use it all, totally fine. Next, we have some grainy mustard. This is sort of that whole grain that you see in the bottle sometimes. Next, we're gonna add in some honey for some sweetness. This is gonna add some really great flavor here and kind of take some of the bite away from the vinegar. And some olive oil. We're gonna give it a whisk until it becomes emulsified or kind of completely combined together, just like when you mix vinegar and oil. the mayonnaise and the mustard will act as that binding agent. And just like anything, we are gonna season it with a little bit of kosher salt and fresh cracked black pepper. Give it a little bit of a whisk, and then we're gonna set it to the side. And we're gonna take a look at our croutons because they should be done, and they are, like I said, a nice crusty edge, but soft in the inside. These look perfect. We're gonna simply set these to the side and get started on our chicken. I've got a whole roasting chicken here. It's not super big. We wanna remove the backbone here because we wanna flatten it. So using either some really sharp kitchen shears or a big heavy meat cleaver, remove the backbone on both sides. You may need to chop at it a little bit, but no problem. And the bone you could save for maybe making stock one day, or honestly, you can discard it. We're gonna set it on a sheet tray lined with parchment paper, give it a little push, set that to the side. And because I have more cutting to do on our cutting board, like a good little chef, I'm going to wash it up with soap and water. You should do the same whenever you cut raw protein. Give it a quick dry. And next we are gonna chop our herbs. We're gonna sort of make this multi-herb lemon garlic chimichurri, if you will. We wanna remove some of the woody stems. We've got parsley, chives, thyme, rosemary, and oregano. Bunch it up. This sort of helps you chop it up a little bit easier. And we really wanna mince this up really, really well. We don't want huge bites of herbs there because a lot of these herbs are incredibly strong flavored and we want them to blend together. So go ahead and add the chopped herbs to a bowl. Next, we're gonna press some garlic. I know this is so anti-chef, but you know what? It really presses it nice and fine, or I'm not worried about big chunks. Push it through or have fun finally mincing it for a few minutes. Scrape it off, and next thing we wanna do is zest in some lemon. And probably just one lemon here. And of course, for a little bit more flavor, some lemon juice. So squeeze half of a lemon in there. A lot of good flavor, and then we'll drizzle in some olive oil. This will sort of help bind everything together, but make it a little bit more of a sauce, which to me makes it easier to spread, and honestly, it looks really, really nice. So once you mix that together, make sure the garlic's completely mixed in. Nothing worse than a huge chunk of raw garlic when you're eating your food. We're gonna come back over to the chicken. We're gonna drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil. This is gonna help brown up everything real nice. We're also gonna season it up with kosher salt and fresh cracked pepper. Season it well here, do not be scared. Cover every square centimeter. Drizzle on a little bit of that herb oil garlic sauce. We're gonna next flip it over and do the same thing to the other side. The skin can stick to the parchment paper there, so be careful. Flip that thing over, drizzle on a little bit more olive oil, again, gonna help brown up the skin. We're gonna season it extremely well with kosher salt and of course some fresh cracked black pepper. And while you want to cover every square centimeter, like I said earlier, again, drizzle on a little bit of that herb, lemon, garlic, chimichurri sauce, if you will, for lack of better words. We are gonna add some lemon sort of to the outside. Make sure the wings are flipped in on the chicken. Lemon's gonna help maybe add some juices once they cook with the chicken and sort of infuse in there. We're gonna bake it at 375 degrees for 25 minutes. Then we are going to come right back and flip it over and rotate it because everyone's oven doesn't cook perfect. So we wanna make sure it's brown all the way around. And then lastly, we're gonna crank the heat up to 425 and we're gonna cook it for a further 15 minutes. This is gonna help really brown that outside skin and make it look absolutely gorgeous. While it's finishing up there, we're gonna make our panzanella salad. So we're gonna add in our toasty bread mixture that we made. And the next thing we wanna do is we've got some kale and some spinach. These are perfect winter greens to add in there. You can absolutely add other greens if you'd like. And then we're gonna accessorize the top with our roasted vegetables. So some golden beets, then our roasted sweet potatoes, some Brussels sprouts on the bottom. Feel free to add this however you'd like. Some of those red beets, and then we'll finish it up with a little bit of microgreen and goat cheese. If you're going vegan, skip the goat cheese. And then I'm not gonna dress it because I don't want it to get soggy yet. I want to enjoy it, so maybe we'll do that a little later. We've got our chicken. We're gonna add on a little bit of that chimichurri sauce at the end, sort of mixed blend chimichurri lemon garlic thing. We've got a delicious salad and an amazing roasted chicken. It looks gorgeous. All right, guys, we just finished up this flattened chicken that has sort of that herb chimichurri with lemon on it. And then the kale panzanella salad with roasted winter vegetables. Got that really nice honey white balsamic vinaigrette. A little bit creamy with the mayonnaise, but I cut a piece off here. Obviously, you can see it. It's a lot different than what it looked like when we were plating up. I just wanted to try a little bit and chat about it for a second. Really kind of nice earthy flavors, obviously with the beets and the root vegetables. A little bit of sweetness from the dressing. That's all you want. You don't want it to be overpowering. And of course, everything here is extremely seasonal. It's winter. We got root veg, kale, spinach, and the leftover bread that we use to sort of toast up. And then for the chicken, I'm just gonna give this a little try here. Whoa. Super good. Loaded with flavor. Don't be afraid to season things. I always say that. Don't be afraid to season things. And sometimes when it seems like you season too much, you actually need a little bit more. But the nice herb flavors, you definitely get a little bit of that lemon, the salt, pepper, olive oil. Really, really tasty chicken. Honestly, this is a keeper, if you ask me. So anyways, man, thanks for coming by, you guys. Thanks for checking out my channel. I've got a ton of videos on here. Some are those kind of top down, really close up. Some are a little bit more thematic and dark. Some are me on camera talking to you. But please subscribe to my channel. Please share these videos if you love them. Tell your friends. I'd love to keep doing this thing. So we'll catch up with you guys later.